Hey everybody, happy Sunday to you. Before I came to dental school, I decided to document the crazy journey of being a 50-year-old dental student on a YouTube vlog. I had no Instagram or TikTok or anything like that at the time. It was just going to be YouTube and Facebook. A few months before coming to Iowa, I actually started making some videos. I made 2 videos about why I chose to attend dental school in Iowa and one about volunteering at the Oklahoma Mission of Mercy. The plan was to release the videos right after I got to school, but I got busy with other things and they never got released. I was going through some stuff the other day and I found them and I thought, I should really put those out there. The problem is that they are kind of dated. So I decided I would stitch new content into the old videos with updated information. And I also decided to leave the old videos just as they are. It's okay to laugh at them. Today's video that you're going to watch is about the not so obvious reasons why I chose to attend dental school at the University of Iowa College of Dentistry. It was originally recorded in, I think, April or May of 2024, so about 14 months ago. Let's roll. Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. I am a born and bred Texan. I bleed burnt orange. But in just over 4 months, I am going to begin dental school at the University of Iowa College of Dentistry, which is 855 miles from where I currently live. And it's not in Texas. Why in the world would I go to Iowa of all places? Well, maybe there are some reasons that are not quite so obvious. Let's find out today on this episode of Dr. Dad the Dentist. Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Dr. Dad the Dentist. I am John Pace and I will be starting dental school at the age of 50. I am definitely not on the normal path to become a dentist, but that's what makes this journey so exciting and so challenging. Thanks for joining me on this crazy journey. Iowa? Are you kidding? As a Texan, all I knew about Iowa was that there's a lot of corn that grows there and that it is very flat. It's cold. As I've gotten older, I've realized that many times in life, it's really about the intangible things, the things that aren't obvious, the things you don't even necessarily look for. It's these things that separate something that's good from something that's great. I'm going to tell you about 2 things I learned about Iowa that fall in this not so obvious category. And as strange as it may sound, these were actually the 2 reasons that made me most want to go to Iowa. Let's talk about the video that changed everything for me. So one night I was in this room and I was working on my dental school application. There's a section called the personal statement where you write this long essay telling all about yourself and answering some question that they want you to answer. I Googled dental school personal statement to try to find some advice on how to write this essay. This was the first thing that came up. I saw it and thought, Iowa, well, guess it can't hurt to look at this video and see what she has to say. As I watched, I noticed something. The director of admissions, Rachel Coble, it sounded like she was talking to me personally, just like we were having a conversation. Then, at 10 minutes and 47 seconds into this video, I saw this.
You know, applying can be stressful. It takes a lot of time. It takes cash. It takes planning. And so I recommend that you surround yourself with people that will remind you of your worth. Surround yourself with individuals that are going to support you and encourage you and remind you that you have great purpose.
I was completely blown away. This was so different than any other video I had ever seen from an admissions director, and I had watched a bunch of them. This didn't have all the clinical sounding stuff. It wasn't just keep your GPA up or get this DAT score or do this many hours of community service. She was actually talking about my value and my purpose in life. I grabbed my laptop and I ran downstairs and I saw my wife. She was sitting in a chair and I said, "Hun, you have got to watch this." I said, "Can you believe she just said that? This is so different than anything else I've ever seen." This began a mission for me to find out if the University of Iowa College of Dentistry really was as great as Ms. Coble said it was. Was it really like what she had just said? Interestingly, I found so many things that completely backed up what she had said. To me, that meant I needed to seriously consider Iowa. Quick update, Rachel is now the former admissions director. She left the summer before I actually started. Our current admissions director is Jody Graff, and she is amazing too. I'll share two of those things that I found that really fall in that intangible, not obvious category, but that really made the difference in helping me make a choice in where I wanted to attend school. The first of these is a description of the third year of dental school curriculum called your D3 year. The important part is highlighted. They could have said anything in the world in this sentence, but they chose to say reinforcing high ethical standards, developing good surgical practices, and learning how to provide compassionate, person-centered care. The first thing they said was not an emphasis on technique, although that was obviously very important. The first thing they mentioned was ethics. I truly believe that if you don't have ethics, you have nothing. I don't care how well you do something. If you do it unethically, it shouldn't be done, period. By mentioning ethics first, Iowa was putting the emphasis on ethics. This was something they stressed and wanted us to know about right off the bat. Let's discuss ethics. Ethics is absolutely one of the foundations of the curriculum here at Iowa. At our white coat ceremony on the Friday before school actually started, there was a copy of this, the Ethics Handbook for Dentistry, on our seat. As we were being welcomed into the profession by the leadership of our school, they wanted us to be firmly grounded in ethics from the very outset. Also, one of the first classes we took was ethics. Our first session was at 8 a.m. on the second day of school. In that class, we learned the 5 pillars of ethics: autonomy, beneficence, justice, non-maleficence, and veracity. In our other classes, those pillars have been brought up and discussed often. For example, in operative dentistry, when discussing treatment planning for patients with specific types of cavities, for example, we were taught to give the patient the various treatment options. We make a recommendation about which treatment we feel is the best, but ultimately the patient has autonomy, the ability to make their own decision about their treatment. And we have to respect that. That's something that we're taught. Ethics is truly a foundation of this school. The second reason can be seen in this clip from the white coat ceremony from 2023. When you listen to this short clip from the Dean of the College, Dr. Stanford, you'll notice some words that stand out. I originally used this clip from the 2023 white coat ceremony because we hadn't had our 2024 white coat ceremony when this was filmed. But in the 2024 ceremony, Dr. Stanford said many of the same things that you'll see in this 2023 version. So I'm going to leave the 2023 one here.
So one of the intellectual challenges of dentistry demands the concepts of curiosity, inquiry, and utmost in professionalism and ethical standards. Excellence starts with the concept of trust, and trust between the faculty and the student, and trust between the student and their patients. Trust builds what is referred to then as integrity, and integrity then means your character is the internal compass to guide you in terms of doing the very best in the patient's interest. Only through integrity, then, one builds excellence. And it is impossible to have excellence if you do not start with trust and build integrity to achieve excellence in the outcomes.
In 58 seconds, Dr. Stanford used the word integrity 4 times. For me, integrity is the highest virtue. Ethics derives directly from integrity. No integrity, no ethics. No ethics, don't bother. Integrity is woven into the curriculum and all of the training, all of the teaching. And I didn't just see that in this video from the white coat ceremony. In fact, I've seen 2 videos of Dr. Stanford, and in both of them he mentions integrity. But I also saw this very clearly in my interviews. All of the interviewers mentioned integrity at some point along the way. I was sold. Okay, to wrap it all up, I'll say just one more thing. Any dental school can teach you the technical skills that you need to be successful. But I want more than that. At Iowa, it's not just about teaching you how to pull teeth. It's about developing you as a person, your ethics, your character, everything about you. I'm not just going to be someone who fixes smiles. I'm a person with emotions, fears, and strengths. From everyone I have talked to and from everything that I have read and everything I saw in my interview day and even the interactions that I've had with dentists that went to Iowa and other places such as the New Mexico Mission of Mercy, I have found that Iowa is committed to me as a person during school, not just to me as a future dentist. So ultimately, the reason why I chose to attend the University of Iowa College of Dentistry comes down to those 2 things that I've shared: ethics, and integrity. Those may not be the flashy things that everybody's looking for, not necessarily the big building or whatever else it might be, but those are things that are most important to me. Those are things that I've really learned the importance of as I've gotten older. So I am just 2 weeks short of finishing my first year of dental school. What did I actually see as far as integrity goes? Actually, integrity is a huge part of our training. For example, many professors have us sign what they call honor sheets, saying that we did the work that we are turning in, that we did it by ourselves without help from other people. They expect us to exhibit honesty and integrity in all of our work. In Dr. Stanford's video, he mentioned trust, excellence, and integrity being completely intertwined with each other. I've also seen that as well. My professors have gone so far above and beyond to make sure that I'm excellent in what I do. They're always available to give me feedback on work that I've done and to teach me how to become better. I've spent lots of time with my professors asking for help on everything from getting smooth interproximal margins on composite restorations. Thank you, Dr. Cunha. To how to not have shaky hands when I'm trying to scale someone's teeth beneath the gum line. Thank you, Dr. Stokowski, for that. My professors want me to be excellent in everything that I do so that my patients will trust me. This is what integrity is all about. Doing the right thing for the right reasons all the time. This has been one of the absolute foundations of what I've learned this year. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Dr. Dad the Dentist. Follow your dreams. It is not too late. I hope you enjoyed this peek into the not so obvious reasons why I chose the University of Iowa College of Dentistry. I'll be releasing a video about the 6 obvious reasons why I chose Iowa very soon. Overall, I have to say I was exactly correct on my thoughts about what I thought Iowa was going to be like in terms of ethics and integrity. Whew, that's good to know. Guess it would have been really bad had it turned out otherwise, right? Well, if you would, please hit the subscribe button below. It really helps. And if you like this video, hit the like button and maybe even leave a comment. That would be great. You can also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. It's at Dr. Dad the Dentist. See you next time.